Hello and welcome to EV Platform. Today we're looking at the top 5 things we like about the MG5, the all-electric estate. Blake had it a couple of weeks ago. We'll put the link on the screen and in the description. This was the original one that came to market, but we know that the long-range version is coming out and we're looking forward to having it on the channel. But this one is still in some dealerships and it's definitely on the second-hand market as well. So Blake, this is our top 5.
The first thing that I absolutely love about the MG5 is the price. I just think it's an absolute winner, but it's all relative. So let's compare it to a couple of other things. It's the same price, give or take the price of a burger and chips as the Skoda Octavia diesel estate, the entry-level version. But for this, you're getting an electric motor with 350 kilometers range. You don't have the running cost, the tax, all these kind of things. You make a lot of money and save. But we can also compare it to, let's say, something like the basic ID4, the entry-level 52 kilowatt hour. The MG5 is about a third less in terms of price as the entry level, so an absolute winner there. And then we could also compare it to, let's say, something like the Leaf E Plus. Now that is at least a third cheaper to buy the MG5 than the E Plus, but you get the CCS charging. I mean, it's an absolute winner when you compare it to the competition.
Blake, I was recently at a taxi EV roadshow and the taxi drivers are loving it. I think we're going to see a lot of them on the road. The practicality of an estate. I grew up in an estate. I'm a family of 5 boys. I love the form factor and we both don't want any more SUVs on the road.
So the second thing that I love about the MG5 is the motor and the power of the car. It's got a 115 kilowatt motor. That puts out 154 horsepower and 260 newton meters of torque. So this is no slouch at all. Now let's not compare it to, don't get in the comments and say, oh, my Tesla Model 3 performance will beat that. It's a completely different arena. Price, it's less than half the cost where I am. 7.7 seconds in the 0 to 100 sprint. Top speed is 185 kilometers an hour, but look, when are you ever going to do that? Probably never. And also, you're never even going to do that 0 to 100 kilometer sprint. And us EV drivers and EV lovers know it's what really matters is it's that 0 to 30 or 0 to 40 when you're at the traffic lights. It's that pickup when you're, when we want to merge lanes on a motorway or something like that, just to get you to, 50 miles per hour to 70 miles per hour quickly. And that instantaneous acceleration is just addictive, and the MG5 has it in spades. So the third thing that I really love about the MG5 is the battery and the range. So we've got a battery underneath the car here that's just over 50 kilowatt hours. Just under 50 kilowatt hours of that is usable. It's got a WLTP range of 345 kilometers. Now, we all know that the WLTP cycle can be quite optimistic in some circumstances, and if you put this car on a motorway at 130 kilometers an hour or something like 70 miles per hour and just drove flat out, it's never going to reach that. It's going to be kind of mid 200s or something like that maybe. But I've been driving this car for 4 days now. I'm tracking for about 400 kilometers, and I'm not hypermiling, and we got to come back to it again for the money that we're talking about, for the price, under 30,000 euros. It's just brilliant. MG5 have a hit on their hands with this one. Another thing I absolutely love about the MG5 is space and luggage. So let's have a look in the boot. We've got 464 litres in the boot up to the parcel shelf. Release the parcel shelf, which is very easy to do, by the way, expands out to 578 litres all the way up to the roof. But then also another trick up the sleeve, fold down the back seats, and you got yourself just shy of 1,500 litres. Let's move around the side and have a look now. So what's it like for space inside? Sit in. Now I have this seating position set up for me. I'm 6'2", so what's that, just under 1.9 meters, 1.87, something like that. This is set into my seating position. Chair's the right height. Let's see what it's like in the back now. Okay, so in the back we have plenty of space. Once again, that seat set into the position for me, a 6'2" person, and I can sit in here and the space is still quite decent. Now, battery pack underneath the floor. So that's raised a little bit. So we got some space here on a really long journey. Will make a little bit of a difference? Yeah, probably will. But you're getting a flat floor right the way across the back. Makes it a lot more comfortable for the person sitting in the middle. 2 USB sticks there, by the way. Head height. Yeah, got a little bit to spare there. Now, the only caveat is if the person in the driver's seat has the seat set all the way down, you can't quite tuck your toes underneath the seat. And at that stage it gets a little bit cramped. But you're talking about asking the driver to lift their seating position up by, you know, 1 inch or something like that. It makes next to no difference. Couple this with the space in the boot. It's just incredible value of this car. Incredible. So the last thing that I want to tell you about, that I really like, I love about the MG5, is the surprising level of spec and trim that you get in this car. So, you know, let's remind ourselves again, this is a car where I am costs less than 30,000 euros. And just to give you a perspective on that, it's pretty much the same price, you know, give or take the price of a meal out, as the most basic diesel Skoda Octavia estate. And it's pretty nicely trimmed. You know, I'm not claiming that this is a, you know, is a top spec Audi A6 estate or anything like that, but I've got a lot of comforts here. You know, it's kind of, the materials are okay, they're fine. There's some nice fake leathers around, you know, bit of scratchy plastics and that kind of gloss black, piano black trim, some kind of chrome effect, buttons and knobs, but like overall it feels good. We've got heated seats, we've got aircon, we've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, cruise control is here. We can control a lot of the functions on the steering wheel. Like, this is a really cheap car for what you get. And it feels much nicer than you would expect. Yeah, well done MG5.
That's been our video for today. Hopefully you've liked the video. Make sure you actually like the video on YouTube, and we'll also leave a comment, let us know what you think, and share this video with somebody that you think might be interested in an electric estate for themselves, for their business. This has been EV Platform.
Thank you very much for watching.